Hi friends, it's Miss Noreen. Today we're going to do a STEM program called Amazing Potions. A lot of these activities involve things that you have available at your house, so maybe you can try to make some of these at your house. I'm going to put the links with the directions on our Facebook page. And if you do decide to make these things, please do not do it without your parent's supervision. We're going to make a lava lamp in a jar, some hand bubbles, and a couple other exciting things. So stay tuned. We'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, our first experiment is called lava lamp in a jar, but we're going to use some glasses today. So what we need is some water. I'm going to pour water in each of the cups. Then we need oil. So I've always seen that it's done with vegetable oil, but I saw that it could be done with baby oil. And then for an experiment, I thought, what would happen if we use corn syrup? So what I'll do is I'm going to fill the glass with the oil in the middle one. And you can see that oil and water do not mix. Let's try the baby oil. Let's see what happens. Okay, so there's the baby oil in that one. It's a little bubbly. Move this out of the way. Now we'll try the corn syrup. This might not work at all. Looks like the corn syrup's heavier than the water. Then we're going to use some food coloring. So I'm going to drop a few drops in each cup. I'm going to use red for this cup. Hopefully I didn't put too much in there. I'll use blue for this cup. Looks a little green with the oil. And then with the baby oil, I'm going to use some green food coloring. The baby oil does not look to be as see-through as the other two. So now I'm going to drop some Alka-Seltzer, and I divided it into 4 pieces. I'm going to drop it into the corn syrup and see if it works. No. Now I'm going to drop it into the vegetable oil. Success. As you can see, the vegetable oil had the best effect of all. And last, we'll try the baby oil. And that works. Here's a close-up view of the baby oil. I hope you enjoyed the lava lamp experiment. Stay tuned for our next demonstration. Our next potion that we're going to make is hand bubbles. So what you need is a little more than a cup of water. I have 2 cups in this measuring cup. Okay. You need a half a cup of dish soap. I did see something that said Dawn works best, and I just happen to have some Dawn dishwashing liquid. And for these bubbles, you won't even need a wand if they work correctly. Stir it with my measuring spoon. And then the next ingredient is something called glycerin. Now I had a little bit of trouble finding glycerin. I ultimately found it at CVS Pharmacy, and it's in with the makeup. Okay, so I need 1/4 cup of glycerin. I'm going to mix it up. Now the instructions say it's better to let this sit overnight. So I let the solution sit overnight, and I took the bubbles outside to see if they would form. And as you can see, I was able to get some very large bubbles, sometimes even multiple bubbles at one time. But the bubbles were very fragile and they would break as soon as they formed. The instructions that I found showed a video of the participants holding the bubbles in their hands without it breaking, and I did not find this to be true. I didn't have a bubble wand, but I found a cone, and I was able to get multiple bubbles using that. So if you have a bubble wand, maybe try the bubble wand, but the bubbles that I had were very fragile using the cone. There's the cone that I had. Stay tuned for the next demonstration. Our next experiment is called an ice volcano. And to make a volcano, I made a mixture of baking soda and water, and I made it into a paste. And then I put it in this piece of red Solo cup. I just took the bottom part. I cut off the top so it wouldn't be so tall. I used a golf ball to make the crater in the volcano, and I froze it all night. When I tried to take it out, the golf ball was pretty frozen in there. So what we're going to do for this experiment is the way I got it out. You take this instrument called a pipette, and you're going to fill it with vinegar. And what you'll do is you'll drip the vinegar into your ice volcano, and you should see a reaction. So if you've ever worked with baking soda and vinegar, you know it does this bubbly action. And you can play with a volcano all day. Now remember, when you're working with some of these things, you need adult supervision. So this would be something that you would do with your family. And I'm going to put the instructions on how you make an ice volcano on our Facebook page. Our last experiment is called Galaxy or Nebula in a Jar. So you'll need a nice jar like this with a nice lid. You're going to take some water, and you're going to fill it about 1/3 of the way full. Then you're going to need some food coloring. I've also seen where the recipe calls for tempera paint, but I didn't have the colors that I wanted in tempera paint, so I thought food coloring will do. Then you're going to take some cotton balls, and you're going to put it into the jar. And you'll use maybe like a plastic fork or a skewer or a straw to tap these down. Use a little bit more. And then you're going to pour in some glitter. Maybe just one more. Make it nice and full there. Okay. I'm going to open my glitter, hopefully not spill it. Mix it around a little bit. Jar. I'll pour some more water. Mix mine just a little bit more before I pour more water in. Okay. About a third of the way full. I'm going to add some more of my, maybe do some green. Ooh, maybe red. Red and blue make purple. I would like some purple in mine. Pour some red in. Take another skewer and mix it around. Hopefully have purple. Yes, it worked. Oop, there goes some of the cotton balls. So put some more cotton balls in. You'll just keep layering them. Definitely need the skewer to tap these cotton balls down. More cotton balls. I think this takes a lot of cotton balls to fill up the jar. So that's why I chose a jar that wasn't too big. You kind of want to open the cotton. Stretch it out a little bit. Take your skewer, push them down. I'm going to put some more glitter. I have multicolored glitter. Add that. Use my skewer to mix it around a little bit. More water. Maybe some more blue. My glitter really is starting to float. I gotta get that down onto the cotton balls. Mix this. And then just fill it up with more cotton balls. I think I'll add a little bit more glitter. Mix it around. I ended up with a lot of glitter at the top, so maybe I didn't mix it well enough. I'm ready to put my lid on. Mix it up a little bit. And there you have it, your galaxy in a jar. Well, I hope you enjoyed our STEM program today about amazing potions. Stay tuned to the library's Facebook page all this summer for more programs related to the summer program Imagine Your Story. Thanks for joining me.